Hey guys, this is Brian Bird. One of my favorite memories of high school was when Mr. R.L. Anderson looked at us all and said, "Dear class of 1990, due to your efforts, Mansfield is no longer south of Arlington. Arlington is now north of Mansfield."
Scott Nance was born January 25, 1972. He held a 4th-degree black belt in Taekwondo and was a self-employed martial arts instructor. Scott was also a professional wrestler. He performed most of his wrestling with the NGW and was known as the Super Kick Scott Nance. He passed away on October 31, 2005 at his home in San Antonio after a long battle with cancer. He is missed by his loved ones, friends, and many fans. He was awarded the Heart of a Champion by NGW. David Eric Myers was born February 8, 1972 in Arlington, Texas, to Lois and Dudley Myers. He spent the majority of his academic life at Mansfield, but later moved in high school to Joshua, where he graduated in 1990. Eric died at the age of 28 in Joshua on March 31, 2000, in an automobile accident. Eric had 2 sons, Justin Wade Myers and William David Myers. He enjoyed hunting, fishing, bull riding, and will be missed by all who knew him. He was a water department employee for the city of Burleson. Gay Mays, Mark's mom, shared the following memory with us about Mark. Mark Brian Mays was born at Edwards Air Force Base, California, February 17, 1972. He was the oldest of 3 children, with a younger brother Michael and a younger sister Mandy. In the short span of his 22 years and 9 months of life, he moved to California, to Utah, to Texas, to Georgia, and then back to Texas, where he enrolled in the Mansfield School District in the spring semester of 1986. He was a member of the first 8th grade class at the newly opened Rogene Worley Middle School, where he played trombone in the band. At Mansfield High School, Mark was a band member, a member of the very first MHS soccer team, and a member of the National Honor Society. Mark graduated 7th academically in his graduating class of approximately 350. After high school, Mark majored in business at UTA, where he attended for 2 years before leaving school when he was promoted to manager at his job. He had planned to quit work at the end of the year and go back to school to finish his degree at A&M University. However, in the early morning hours of November 18, 1994, Mark was killed in a car accident on his way back from Baylor University in Waco, where he had gone to visit his little sister Mandy and friends.
Mary Ann was born on February 4th, 1972 in Fort Worth, Texas. She went to Tarver Rendon Elementary, attended Mansfield Junior High, went to Rogene Worley Middle School in 8th grade, and Mansfield High School. She was killed in a car accident April 6, 1992, right after her 20th birthday. Jerry Lynn Knight Reagan shared this memory with us. I met Mary Ann when I was in elementary school. We became very close and were inseparable at times. I have so many wonderful memories of her. She was one of those people who lit up a room when she walked in. I can still remember her laugh. You couldn't help but laugh right along with her. She was one of the sweetest and most caring people I have ever met. She was a beautiful person on the inside as well as the outside. I was devastated when I found out she had been in a car accident. I am certain that all of our lives would be more blessed if she was still with us. Sheila's mom, Betty, shared these memories of Sheila. She started the first grade at Irma Nash Elementary. On the first day, Sheila moved her desk up by the teacher's desk and told her she was going to help her teach. She said she already knew her ABCs and her numbers and how to write her name. I got a call the first day of school and her dad had to go the second day of school to move her desk back and talk to the teacher. She told me she was going to teach school someday. Sheila went to Alice Ponder Elementary from 2nd through 5th grade, then Mansfield Intermediate School with the Old Rock Gym. At age 12, Sheila went to 7th grade at Mansfield Middle School. Sheila was part of the first 8th grade class for Worley Junior High, although Worley was not ready to be moved into at the start of the year. The class of 1990 had their second year at Mansfield Middle School and moved into Worley after Christmas break. On the first day of school of 8th grade, Sheila and her best friend forever, Heather Harris, went to school in style, in Heather's grandfather's car. She did love to make a good appearance. During the first football game of the 8th grade season on September 6, 1985, Sheila had a tragic accident at Tiger Stadium. When I cleaned her locker out, she had a sign already made that said, Senior Class of 1990. Sheila just loved life. She always had a smile on her face. She loved meeting new people and being with her friends.
I talked to Sheila the day she died, although I wasn't really friends with her. She knew I was terribly shy, but she always went out of her way to make me feel comfortable around her, and I was just getting to know her. The day she died, I had been passing by in between the temporary buildings there at the old junior high on my way back to science class. She was talking to someone, don't remember who, and she stopped me to say hi and asked me how I was doing. The next day, her aunt and uncle told my parents they were all friends, and I remember thinking it was a joke because I had just talked to her. It was Monday morning before I realized it was really true. Didn't we all wear black armbands or ribbons for a week or more at the time? I faintly remember seeing them everywhere, and I know I kept one tied to my purse straps for a really long time.
I was there that night at the stadium and remember watching from the end zone gate as the event unfolded. I remember leaving the stadium and crying, not knowing if she was alive. Finally, Bryn Newsom called Jamie and I and told us the bad news at home. I can remember crying for hours. She had a special glow about her that day at school. She was full of happiness and telling everyone that she loved them. I will never forget that. Such a horrible night.
I met Sheila in 3rd grade in Mrs. Neal's class at Alice Ponder. She always had a smile, a positive attitude, and a love for life. I will always remember the song, Friends Are Friends Forever, by Michael W. Smith that was played at her funeral. I will miss her very much.
I learned that a girl had died at the football game and had a terrible feeling about it. The person that told me it was Kim Land while I was down at her house in the cul-de-sac down by Charlotte Anderson Elementary. Just a little later, I was at home and got a phone call from a friend. I forget who delivered the news, but they said it was Sheila. I cried my eyes out. I had asked Sheila to be my girlfriend just that day. I always crushed so hard on her.
No, a lifetime's not too long to live as free.